Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Is my voice peaking the mic? I'm always so paranoid. Alright, hello. Good morning. It's me. Good morning, or evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. We are here doing more Microsoft coding questions now, plus a bit of Manvik says it's working. Nice. Oh, hi Manvik. Hi Krishna. How you guys doing? Alright, we are doing more Microsoft coding questions today. Let's try to find which one we haven't done yet. Number of islands, jump game. Have we done jump game before? I'm not sure. Yeah, we've done this one. That's just recursion. Longest happy string. Oh, we did this. We did this last time, right? It took us like an hour. Longest common prefix. Trapping rainwater. Set matrix zeros. Huh, set matrix zeros? Okay. I don't think we've done this yet. Okay. Leetcode 73. Manvik says, I'm just watching you till I fall asleep. Really? What makes you fall asleep to me? Okay, Leetcode 73. Leetcode 73. Set matrix zeros. Given an m by n integer matrix, if an element is 0, set its entire row and column to zeros. You must do this in place. Meaning we can't have any external data structure, huh? So 0 would mean, wait, does in place mean no external data structure or a constant space solution? A constant space solution. I love doing Leetcoding, says Manvik. Okay, so we want a constant space. Oh, one space? Okay. In this example, I mean, brute force. Let's think brute force, yeah. How would we set, if an element is 0, set its entire row and column to zeros. So if we go like this way, right? We see no 0, there's a 0 here, so we would set its row and column to 0. That makes sense. But then the tricky part is that while we continue iterating, we're like, okay, this is a 0. Does that mean we set its row and column to 0 as well? That's kind of tricky. 0. Yeah, it's like Deepak says, hi. Hi Deepak, how are you doing? Okay, so we set, I mean, over here, we could iterate every row and column, right? We see 0 here. We could set this row and this column to 0 and be like, okay, cool. That's very nice. But then we get to this one, we're like, wait, should we set this one column to row? There's apparently a constant space algorithm for this. I'm guessing that would be storing This is problem 73. I guess the O of nm solution would be to have an array representing all the rows and columns, and then marking a boolean if it should be set to 0, I guess. What if when I come across a 0, I just set its, the top row to a 0 to mark it as done, and then the leftmost column to 0 to mark it as done too? Would that have any conflict? So for this one, it would be still here. For this one, it would be still here. And then I would iterate through the top row and the leftmost column. Oh, okay. I think that works. That should work. Okay. So once again, the algorithm is I iterate through every single row and column. If I come across a 0, I mark the top column, the corresponding top row and leftmost column with a 0 to mark that I need to set those rows and columns to 0. Yeah. And then in the end, I iterate through the top row, set everything to 0 as necessary, iterate through the leftmost column, and then set everything to 0 as necessary. Okay, that sounds like a plan. Sounds a bit tedious, but it is. Oh, one space. Okay, here we go then. For int row is equal to 0 and row is less than. You didn't log into my account. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't log into my account. Give me 1 second. Sign in. .com. Alright, thanks for reminding me. Less than matrix dot length. How is interviews going? I had a really rough interview on, when was it? Friday. Wait, no, not Friday. Oh, on Thursday. I went in person to a startup and they gave me like 5 rounds of interviews in one day. I was there for like from 2 o'clock to 5:30. Yeah, I was there for 3.5 hours. It was so rough. I was so tired at the end. Yeah, 5 rounds in one day. The same company. They had me in a room. They were really nice though. They gave me water. They let me have unlimited bathroom breaks. Yeah, just 5 people coming in, one after the other. And then they had me do, most of them had me do Leetcode problems on a whiteboard. Yeah. What problems did they have me do? They had me do some subsequence problems, some tree problems, and then some simulating an Excel spreadsheet problems, stuff like that. I was able to, whiteboard. I was able to get the solutions to them. I don't know. The first one though, I feel like I received way too many hints to get to the solution. So I don't know how I did there, but the next 2 should have been fine. I don't know what's going on with system design. I always don't know how to evaluate myself on that because I'm not good at system design. Yeah. You guys want to know what company it is? Well, what type of company it is? It's a startup. It's using AI to query data, basically. It's basically one of those ChatGPT wrapper companies. It's always kind of funny when you hear about these type of companies. In the interview too, I asked them like, do you guys use ChatGPT? And then they're like, no, we use lots of LLMs. We tried different ones. Huh. Well, I mean, if it works, don't reinvent the wheel, right? But if anything happens to ChatGPT in the future, like it goes down or something, then you're kind of screwed, aren't you? But I guess that's the benefit of trying multiple LLMs. Yeah, the type of questions, one of the questions they asked me was really, really interesting. They asked me to design a script to decide what the best LLM is. I don't think I can give the exact problem, but it was a really, really interesting brain teaser. And I met the two founders. Yeah, one of them actually gave me a Leetcode question, and I was thankfully able to solve it. I think he was happy with the solution. He told me my solution was pretty clean and short, so that was a good sign. Yeah, I don't know how I did. I would say it's like 50% chance of passing too. Anyways, back to this. We look at every single element in the matrix, right? But yeah, I was so exhausted that day. I left the building at 5:30 p.m. Oh, that's why I had no stream on Friday too. I was just sleeping the entire day. This is so tired. Column of less than matrix 0.length. Okay, so if matrix row and column is equal to 0, then we have to mark the top row and the leftmost column as 0. That shouldn't be too bad, right? Matrix, what's the top row? The top row is, oh, so it's, the row is 0, the column is column, right? So let's say for, I don't know, this one, right? It'll be this one. That's a bad example, isn't it? Can you go through the approach just, oh yeah, I can go through the approach. So if an element is 0, set its entire row and column to zeros, right? You must do it in place. The tricky part is in place. So what I'm thinking is, you go through, you iterate through the entire table, right? Look through every single element. If you see an element that is a 0, then you mark its row and column with, so if it's this 0, right? You would set this to 0 and this to 0. You mark it in the leftmost column and the top row, because if you try to fill in all the zeros in place immediately, then if you continue iterating, then you're like, oh, another 0. I should set this entire column to 0 too, and this entire row. And if you see this 0, you're like, oh, I need to set this entire row to 0. So we just set the zeros in the top row and the leftmost column first, just to mark which columns and rows we need to set as 0 first. And then in the end, we iterate through the top column and then the leftmost column. So we have to store the index first, and then we have to change. Yeah, do the change last, store the index. Yeah, I'm taking on this challenge. Can you devise a constant space solution? So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, constant space solution. I'm just storing the indices in this column and this row. This column and this row. Yeah, I'm getting row and column confused. And apparently you must do this in place, so yeah. Okay, matrix 0 column is equal to 0. Matrix, the column will be 0 this time. Row and column is equal to 0. Because we're only iterating through the first row once. We only see each element in the column, this column once, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so in this pass we mark which rows / columns to set to 0. Let's do a sanity check after this. So for every single int row in matrix, you print them out. Sim.out.println arrays.toString row. Okay, what are my test cases? It's the same as this, so we should have this 0 and this 0 and this 0 should appear, but this 0 and this 0 should not appear. Okay, that is our sanity check. Run. Row++. No, my for loops are incorrect. Okay, that's not correct. Oh. This should be 0. Okay, that's correct. Nice. This 0 and this 0. Yeah, that's what we want. Case 2. It should be just this 0, right? I feel like it should be the same. Yeah, okay. Nice. Okay, so now let's set rows to 0 if needed. X3 booty. You choose a nerd as a VTuber. I mean, it's very fitting, don't you think? Literally Leetcoding. How do I pronounce your name? X3 Bood 502. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Okay, set all rows to 0 if needed. How do we know which rows are 0? We iterate through the first column. Okay, so for row is equal to, I can just copy this part. For int row is equal to 0. Yeah, okay. So if matrix the row column is equal to 0, then that means we need to set the entire row to 0. Okay. So for Krishna says, have done this question before. Really? You solved this personally? Very cool. Okay, so for, how do I set an entire row to 0? I iterate through the columns. Okay, so I just need to copy this line then. Okay, so for my own sanity, this is, Krishna says, have you done this problem before? Nope, I have not. Not on Leetcode. I may have done it on a different book though. Cracking the Coding Interview. This is vaguely familiar, but not on Leetcode, no. Okay, if should set row to 0. Then matrix row column is equal to 0. Okay. Should we do another sanity check here? So for case 1, we would set, that means we would set this entire row to 0, and then, yeah, okay. So sanity check for example 1 over here, we would only set this, and this 0. Yeah. Let's try running this. All right, that didn't work. Oh wait, I think it did work, except we're printing out too early. Yeah, okay, it's working. Very nice. We are setting our rows to 0 now. What about this one? Yeah, it's working. Very cool. Okay. All right, we're on the right track. Now we should set our columns to 0 if necessary. Set columns to 0 if needed. This time we need to iterate through the columns list. Okay, so if matrix 0 column is equal to 0, then we should set the column to 0. And in that case, how do we set a column to 0? We iterate through all the rows in that column. For okay, so if row 0 column is equal to 0, then we iterate through all the rows and set row column to 0. Okay, I think we got this. Let's run. All right. Wait. Blob Dylan says hello. Hello. Okay, something is off here. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. We're setting everything to 0 because Krishna says instead of going all rows and columns separately, you can do this in one pass and check they will be 0. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, okay, if my row and column are 0, then I should be 0 too. I see, okay. Setting all columns to 0 if needed. Because there's a chance that... Okay, sure, let's try that. So I basically just do this entire iteration one more time, huh? Yeah, this wouldn't... The rows and columns approach wouldn't work, right? Because I risk... Yeah, if the entire first column just set to 0, then I'm screwed. Yeah. Wait, wouldn't I get the same thing though if I did... Let me just try this. So this is me going through all the rows and columns. Wait, wouldn't I run into the same issue though? If, say, I set this entire row, reverse iterate, Oh, shoot. You know what? I think you might be right. Reverse iterate. Yeah, let's try reverse iterate. Okay. Row is equal to matrix.length minus 1, while row is greater than or equal to 0, row minus minus. Column starts at matrix 0.length minus 1, while column is greater than or equal to 0. It's a hunch. I feel like it would work, right? This will all be set to 0, zeros. Wait, let's print out. So this would be, it will. Okay, yeah, I feel like it will too. Yeah, because we don't touch the first row at all. And we go through every column once. Yeah. I see. Yeah, okay. It makes sense in my head. Okay, thank you. Minus minus. So if Hasib says, hi everyone. Hi Hasib Khan, how you doing? If matrix 0 column is equal to 0 and matrix row 0 is equal to 0, then matrix row column is equal to 0. Am I doing this right? Okay, one way to find out. No. I'm missing some columns. Wait, let's keep printing this one out. Why am I still printing out? Columns may be affected. Okay, so I go through this one, right? Oh. Should this be an or statement? Or. Yeah, let's go. It worked. Nice. Let's delete out of our print statements. Looks like a fun problem. Yeah, it's tricky. No, why? I mean, sure, use test case. I'm missing just one, apparently. Alright, let's put back our print statements. apparently I set everything to... So apparently this 3 is supposed to be non-zero. Columns also has to be iterate. By the way, there's a nice VS Code extension for Leetcode in reverse. I think I'm doing that though, am I not? Here? Wait, I don't get it. Oh, wait. Wait, let's print out the matrix before. I also want to print out an extra line before each of the matrices to make it easier to read. Bam. Okay, so we have this at first. We mark all of the this 0 is a problem, isn't it? Because we set all of the columns. Okay. Should we not set it? I know, we shouldn't set the entire row or column to 0 if it's already like at the very left or at the very top right. I think that's the issue. Because that's gonna, we would think we need to set everything to 0. Yeah, okay. So we should be going, starting on 1, right? Starting on 1. Yeah, okay. Wait, why is it still doing that? Row is equal to 1. Column is equal to 1. Yeah, why is it still doing that? I mean, we're doing better. Oh. Wait, I don't get it. Hasib says, "Sir, I love you." Thank you. Advik says, question number? It's question 73. Okay, let's set this back. Okay, so again, for this 0 over here, I don't want to set the entire column to 0, because that would screw me over. Row is equal to 0. Wait, how do you even get to this one? This is 0, no, column 0, 1, 2, and then column 0. How are we getting to this spot? Never stop the grind. Thank you. Yeah, so we definitely don't want the first row. We only want to look at like this square, right? So I would say set row to 1, column to 1 as well. Oh. As it shows, I am happy meeting you. You have many chat today, feels good. Thank you. Okay. I don't understand. Okay, so we get to this 0, right? So we mark this 0, and then this 0. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, and this 0. Oh wait, the only thing we're missing right now is setting the 1. Oh, why are we missing the 1 here? Krishna says, could you please show me where was the issue? I actually don't know what the issue is right now. So this 1 is supposed to be a 0. That's really it. I think this has a fun solution with matrix multiplication. Really? Maybe somewhere here? Because somehow this 1 is supposed to be 0. Wait, why is it supposed to be 0? Oh, because this is 0 here. Gosh dang it. Advic says, new to your channel, what's your Leetcode username? Oh, it's Chet_spinny_eyes, just like the rest of my socials. Wait, that's an interesting question. How do I... How would I know to set this 1 to a 0? She's actually kind of stumped here. Lazy Florida guy says, Chet, how do you put that avatar? I mean, what software? Was it OBS? Oh, I'm using VC Face. VC Face? Yeah, plus OBS. You can use them together. Like if you take the identity and just replace the main diagonal entries with zeros, just based on the rows, then multiply, you will get the solution, no? The main diagonal entries with zeros. Is that how it works? Is it worth implementing that? Okay, you know what? I'm kind of stumped on these like O1 space version. They say we can use O of n plus n space, right? Maybe let's try that. You know what? Screw it. Let's do the O of m plus n solution, and then we can look at this solution later. Let's do a hash set for integer for our rows is equal to new hash set integer. This is storing which rows to set to 0. And then columns is equal to that. Mark which rows and columns are set to 0. Okay. Wait, I'm so paranoid. Would this work for this solution too? Yeah, I think it would work. Yeah, okay. Then rows dot add current row, columns dot add the current column. Advic says, why are you using light mode? Come to the dark side, it's better. I'm just using the default form. Okay, and then for every single row and column, I mean, the order doesn't matter at this point. We're just going backwards, but it's fine. So if rows dot contains my current row, or the columns dot contains the current column, then yeah, set it to 0. Okay, let's try this. Hash set integer. Oh, I didn't instantiate correctly. Run. Please work. Let's go, it worked. Let's comment out stuff now. The print statements. Please work. Hey, let's go, it worked. Oh, I'm so curious. How do you do this in place? Let's look at the solutions. Additional memory approach. Yay! Thanks, Advic. Okay, they're storing. Okay. Are you working or just stream? Wait, what does that mean? Are you working or just stream? Oh, like, do I have a job? No, I don't have a job. I'm Leetcoding because I don't have a job and I want a job. And I'm not great at Leetcoding. I don't do well under pressure in interviews, so I'm streaming to help me get used to doing problems in front of people. Wait, they're doing what I did. They're setting all the rows and columns, the first row and the first column, to zeros, depending on, you know. Wait, I don't get it. How is this different from what we just did? Okay, let's look at their solution. According to you, for DSA, which language is better, C++ or Java? Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I've never used C++ extensively for DSA, though I've used C++ before. Boolean is column is false. Okay, for every single 0, okay, they're iterating for every row, for every column. Is column equal to true? Since first cell for both row and first column is the same, we can use an additional variable for either the first row / column. We are using an additional variable for the first column. Oh, frick. That's how they do it. Yeah, because I see. Yeah, the one column is going to mess us up, right? So they're having a whole separate one variable for the column. Are you preparing to be a full stack developer? No, I'm studying to be a back-end engineer, mostly. Yeah. So here, if the first column 0 is equal to 0, then is column to true. I see, because if you set the entire column to 0, then it looks like we need to set everything to true, right? We need to set everything to 0. I see, I see. That's smart. Else if an element is 0, we set the first element of the corresponding row and column to 0. I see. Gosh dang it. Yeah, this was messing us up, right? Because if the 0th column needs to be set to 0, then it looks like we need to set everything to 0. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. I think I'll mark this question for review description. This is problem 73. Okay. Deepak says, if I am not wrong, your chat has more Indians today. That's pretty funny. I mean, I see an Advik that's pretty Indian. I don't know if Blob Dylan is an Indian. Yeah. I guess a little bit more Indians today. Welcome, India. Asip Khan says, where are you from, sir? Oh, are you asking Advik or me? Oh, Advik also asked, where are you from? I am from USA, America. Asip Khan says, really? Oh, Advik says I'm Indian. Okay, sand matrix zeros, we just did that. Binary tree zigzag level order traversal. That sounds like a pain. Can we do this next time? The number of employees which report to each employee. Blob Dylan says not Indian, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, Leetcode 1731. Leetcode 1731. The number of employees which report to each employee. Wait, this is an SQL question. And I'm Pakistani. Oh, you're Pakistani. Krishna says I don't have idea what he just did. Really? What did I just do? Anyways, this is an SQL question, so I'm gonna skip it. Create hello. Wait, hello world function? Really? 2667. $26.67. That sounds like the funniest question ever. Write a function, create hello world. It should return a new function that always returns hello world. What? Wait, is this like deceptively difficult? What about your backend technology, like any stacks? Oh, that's a really good question. Well, in college, I've used Ruby on Rails. Back at my previous job, I used whatever internal tool they had for backend. They use Spring, I think, and their own internal framework for backend, so I guess I could apply that knowledge to other backend frameworks, but you can't use that framework outside of the company, so yeah. Container with water was the first medium question I solved. It felt really good. I still cherish that memory. Oh, container with most water. Dude, how's that a medium problem? It should be a hard problem. I remember solving it many weeks ago. It's like, I'm talking about set matrix question. Oh, set matrix is two-pointer problem. Oh, Krishna's asking what I did. Oh, I did it the dumb way. I did two hash sets. Each hash, so this hash set stores what rows I need to set to 0. This hash set stores what columns I need to set to 0. And I iterate through the entire thing and mark which rows and columns to set to 0. And then I iterate through all and set, everything that's needed to be 0 to 0. Okay, I feel like this is like deceptively difficult. This is not. The hello world is very. Write a function, create hello world. Wait, there's no Java here? I am talking about the editorial guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go back to that then. Set matrix zeros. Okay, the editorial is basically what we were trying to do. You know how we were setting like everything in the we were marking which rows and columns to set to 0 in the first row and the first column. But you know how if like I don't know, let's say one of the rows here, let's say like this one, right? This 0. That means we need to set everything in this column to 0, and that would screw us over because then we would think that everything needs to be set to 0. So the solution is they mark all rows and columns to set to 0 in here and here as usual, but if we need to set this entire column to a 0 because we have an element here, we store it in its own variable so it doesn't mess us up. Yeah. Does that make sense? Advik says, I haven't stumbled upon linked lists yet. Is it that hard like people tell it to be? Yeah, some linked list problems are hard. The edge cases are really annoying sometimes because, you know, you have edge cases where they can point to null or like they have nothing pointing to them, stuff like that. Sometimes dummy nodes are helpful. Separate black and white balls. 2938. I will look into it. Huh. Find the minimum number of steps to group all the black balls to the right and all the white balls to the left. Okay, let's try this one. 2938. Leetcode 2938. Separate black and white balls. Let me drink some water first. There are n balls on the table. Each ball has a color black or white. You are given a 0-index binary string S, okay, of length n, where 1 and 0 represent black and white balls respectively. In each step, you can choose 2 adjacent balls and swap them. Return the minimum number of steps to group all the black balls to the right and all the white balls to the left. Okay. Advik says, also recursion troubles me a lot. What did you do to get comfortable with it? Honestly, just keep doing recursion problems. Practice makes perfect. If you do enough of them, it should get a bit easier, assuming you understand the solution every time. Okay, so this is the first example. Output is 1. We can group all the black balls to the right. Okay, 1 are black balls, I guess. And they all have to be to the right. Okay. Zero because all the black balls are already grouped to the right. every 1 in the string should be swapped for every 0 on its right side. Every 1 in the string should be swapped for every 0 on its right side. Okay. Wait, every 1 in the string. Oh, because you need to get this other 0 to the other side, huh? I see, so you swap this one. Okay. So, yeah, okay. That makes sense. The hint says every 1 in the string should be swapped for every 0 on its right side. Yeah, there's kind of no way around that, right? You earned a sub. I gotta go. The grind never stops by. You earned a sub. Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you. Yeah, because you first swap these, and then this one, and this one, and this one. Yeah, it's kind of unavoidable, huh? They say this is a medium problem. Hint 2. Iterate right to left and count the number of zeros that have already occurred. Whenever you iterate on 1, add that counter to the answer. Yeah, Hasib Khan, I think his name is actually Advik. Your window is not visible. Oh, I know what's going on. Thanks. I was on the wrong window. Okay. So apparently how this works is we want all the ones on the right side, right? All ones on right side. Okay, so for every single 0, we just count how many ones are to the left. So for example, this would be like 1, 2, 3, 3, right? 1. Huh, so this isn't that bad, right? For every single 0, we just count how many ones are to its left. Yeah, okay. Is that what we do? Yeah, for every single 0, let's say we have another 0 here. How many ones are to my left? 1, 2, 3. So I have to swap 3 ones to get 0 to this side. It'll become like that. And then for this 0, we'll be like, okay, swap with this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, 4. Yeah, is that not how you do it? Okay. If that's actually how you do it, the hint was pretty helpful. It basically gave the answer. Okay. I guess we count. So 4, yeah, we start from... Do we start from the right side? Does it matter? Why does it have to be right to left? Okay, so for every 0, we count how many ones are to its left. Yeah, and that's the count. Okay. For int I is equal to s dot length, and I is greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. Okay, so if, well, we need to get the current characters. Character C is equal to s dot character at I. if the current character is equal to what? 0? Yeah, 0. That means we need to keep swapping it until it's on the left. Should we count how many 1s are to its left? Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Okay. We have an int count is equal to 0. So for every single, what should we count this? 1 counter is equal to, let's start at I minus 1, yeah. While the 1 counter is greater than or equal to 0, then 1 counter minus minus. Okay, so if s dot character at 1 counter is equal to 1, then count plus plus. And at the end you return count. Doesn't this seem a bit too simple? I feel like I'm missing something. I could also see if this is the solution, we can also make it more optimal by going from left to right also, and just counting how many 1s we've seen so far. I feel like that's a solution too. If int I, okay, so we iterate from the end to the start. Character C is the current character. If C is equal to 0, then we count how many 1s are to the left. And for every 1, we count plus plus. Sure, let's try this. String index out of bounds. Oh, minus 1. That's pretty crazy. Dang, bro. Are we gonna get time limit exceeded? Time limit exceeded. Okay. I think I know what to do then. I know how to optimize this. Excuse me. We can definitely do this in O(n) time. Yeah. Instead of going from Krishna says, okay then, see you tomorrow, then hand pink waving. Oh, see you. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate. Okay, we can definitely do this from start to end, right? So count is equal to swap count. Let's be more specific this time. Int is the 1 so far. It's equal to 0. Let's delete all this. For int I is equal to 0, while I is less than s dot length, I plus plus. And we check the current character. C is equal to s dot character at I. Okay, so if C is equal to a 0, that means we need to swap it to the left. Yeah. So swap count plus equals 1 so far. Yeah. Else if C is equal to just 1, then you increment your 1 so far. And then you return swap count at the end. use test case, run. S.length. Oh. Yay, it worked. Let's go. It's definitely... Oh no. Shh. Oh, it's a long. Okay, we got this, we got this. We just need to do the swap count like this. Use test case. Yeah, let's go. Alright, it worked, boys. The subcon says, good night, see you. Oh, you need to go too? I appreciate you coming. See you tomorrow if you're leaving. Alright, we solved this one. This one is actually kind of tricky. 2938. Like, if you understand what the trick is, I guess it's pretty easy. But knowing what the trick is, can you LeetCode ID once? Wait, what LeetCode ID? Can you LeetCode? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, I forgot to say, tomorrow, there's a VTuber coding battle, another one. It's between me and Nerino, who's also on Twitch. Nerino is a actual NASDAQ data analyst. It's pretty cool. Profile ID? Oh, okay, profile ID. What is my profile ID? Is it just Chet Spinny Eyes? Where do I click for? I'm pretty sure it's just Chet _ Spinny Eyes, is it not? Yeah. Alright, yeah, that should be it. Okay. I think I'm done Leetcoding today. I'm gonna move on to system design study. So give me a moment while I grab my study material. Downloads. Alex Shu. Okay. Last time we were on a chat system, right? And we were learning about Krishnuk. Oh. Dang, bro, you've solved a lot. That's pretty impressive. Passionate to become full-stack web developer in India. Ooh, very cool. Dang, you've been solving so much. And you do bit manipulations too. Dang, you're pretty good. Contest ranking. Wait, you're like top. Dang, you're pretty good. Wow, so that's why you could help me so much. You have a lot of experience. Dang, very nice, very nice. Okay, we were learning about connection protocols, right? One is long polling, where the client is like, thank you, bro. No worries. Or the client is like, do you have a new message for me? And the server only replies when it has a new message. Otherwise, it doesn't reply. And it times out eventually. This one is WebSocket, right? WebSocket is, yeah, it's like HTTP on steroids, another protocol. And then you can do bi-directional messages instead of just a call and response. Okay, so that's for communicating with your servers. What else is here? Okay, so you have your user, your load balancers, API servers. You have some notification servers. Krishna says, could you share me that system design PDF for me? I want to prepare as well. Oh. Is sharing this a crime? I'm not sure if I'm breaking any laws if I share this, to be honest. You could search up like, well, search up system design interview Alex Shu PDF, and then, oh look, there's a link. Yeah, download it from here. I mean, haha, you totally should not download it from here. I'm not encouraging piracy, haha, haha. Yeah, I'm not sure if sharing the link directly would be a crime, to be honest. So I'm not gonna risk it. Okay. Right, and then for each chat server, yeah, for each chat group or between two people, we have a specific server dedicated to that chat. I don't know what present servers are though. I think they'll explain later. Oh, chat servers facilitate messaging, sending / receiving. Okay, yeah. The chat server, okay. Present servers manage online / offline status. I see, okay. API servers handle everything else. Notification servers handle push notifications. Key value store is used to store chat history. Ah, okay. Key value store, huh? Why did we choose key value store again? Where did my notes go for this? Oh, wrong notebook. Okay, I got my system design notebook out. Okay, apparently we chose key value pairs because lower latency. Yeah, I guess for relational databases, it's stored by index, right? That's like, index is like a tree. It's log n time eventually, so eventually the latency does add up. Yeah. All right. And then key value pairs is like, one time. It's kind of like a hash map. Yeah. Okay, storage. do you set targets while solving LeetCode problems? Like, I'll be solving 5 medium problems. Not really, to be honest. It's just however many I can solve in 1 to 1.5 hours, which is usually the interview length. Yeah. Usually I shoot for 2 to 3 problems per sitting. 5 medium problems is actually insane in one day. I would have to take a break. Enormous amount of data. Only recent chats are accessed frequently. How do you store chats in key value pairs? Is it the key is the user, maybe? Or is it like the time? Also, because you want to store only the most recent one, right? Okay, the primary key is message ID. Okay, which helps to decide message sequence. We cannot rely on created at to decide the message sequence because 2 messages can be created at the same time. Okay. Okay, message ID. 한지칼 지할. For group chat. Channel ID, message ID. Channel ID is a partition key because all queries in a group chat operate in a channel. Okay. I've heard that frequently asked questions in the interview are medium or hard. Is this true? Oh yeah. Most problems I've gotten in interviews so far are medium problems. Very rarely are they easy problems and are they hard problems. I think I've gotten only 2 hard problems if I'm judging correctly. Yeah, I was actually once talking to a recruiter. I think he was from a FAANG company too. Well, he was from a FAANG company. He told me to just study medium problems. He told me not to study hard problems. Yeah, hard problems are... You will see them, but they're kind of rare, I think. Yeah. I guess you should still study hard problems if you have time. But if you're only studying hard problems, then you might be wasting your time a bit. If you're skipping out on the medium ones, yeah. Okay, so the ID here, we're storing the group information in a key value format in a NoSQL table. The composite key is channel ID and message ID. Okay, that makes sense. Global 64. Okay, how do we generate a message ID? Global 64-bit sequence number generator like Snowflake. How many days you are going to do this stream? Honestly, probably until I get a job. Yeah. Cause yeah, that's the whole reason I'm streaming, right? Cause I'm practicing for interviews. Once I get a job, I'm probably not going to stream nearly every day. I'm thinking about just streaming occasionally so I don't lose my skills, you know? Yeah, but definitely not every day. Once I get a job, I won't be able to have the time for that anyways. Final approach is to use local sequence number generator. Okay. Deep dive. I feel like hard problems are there to make you humble. Yeah. I think I said this on stream before, but I once got a hard problem at an interview. Literally no clue to do it. Oh wait, Krishna actually helped me figure out how to do it on stream. Thank you, Krishna. It was that find the max point in intervals, that problem. Dude, that problem isn't even on Leetcode. That's how hard it was. Aren't you planning on exploring front-end stuff? Me? Oh, I am interested in learning front-end stuff, but yeah, I don't have time. I'm putting all my time into Leetcoding and system design now. You don't really get asked front-end stuff in interviews, at least the interviews I'm going for. The primary role of service discovery is to recommend the best chat server for a client based on criteria like geographical location. Apache Zookeeper is a popular open source solution for service discovery. It registers all the available chat servers and picks the best chat server for a client based on predefined criteria. I see. Alright, so we're using a third party. That's pretty cleverly named Zookeeper, I like that. It's like you keep a bunch of zoo animals. Someone asks for a specific one, you're like, oh, that's the closest one we have. User A tries to log into the app. Load balancer sends the login request to API service, yes, like most services. After the backend authenticates the user, service discovery finds the best chat server for user A. That's it, it's all third party, okay. User A connects to server 2. Oh, this and this are the same thing, okay, through a WebSocket. So it finds the best chat server for you, and then allows the user to connect to it directly using WebSocket. Okay, very nice. Okay, I forgot to say this, but probably going to be reading more now, so I'm going to be a bit more quiet during this part of the stream. Okay, so this is what happens when during a one-on-one user chat. User A, Krishna says, bye chat, good night. Oh, good night, Krishna. It's probably really late in your time, right? But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. See you. Advik says, why do you need recursion when you have loops? Oh, because sometimes recursion is just simpler to implement. In some cases it is, I think. I don't know. I think sometimes recursion is more intuitive, and then sometimes loops are more intuitive. User A sends a chat message to chat server 1. Okay, server 1 obtains the message ID from the ID generator. Oh right, we have to store our chat history, we need an ID generator, huh? Panda Pete says, hi chat spinny eyes. Hi Panda, how you doing? Chat server 1 sends the message to the message sync queue, okay? The message is stored in a key value store. Oh, okay, so this is like the queue fronting the database, okay. Because it doesn't have to be immediate, right? Yeah, that makes sense. If user B is online, the message is forwarded to chat server 2. Wait, there's 2? Huh, okay, 1 server for every user, okay. Where user B is connected. How is it forwarded to chat server 2 though? Through the message queue too? Probably. if user B is offline, a push notification is sent from push notification servers. Oh, this is the notification servers. Chat server 2 forwards the message to user B. There's a persistent WebSocket connection between user B and chat server 2. Okay. Okay, so apparently message sync queue is like a whole new queue service that can do stuff too. So whenever a message is sent from user A, it stores it into the key value store, and depending on if user B is online or not, if user B is online, it sends it to the chat server, else it sends it to the notification server. Message sync across multiple devices. I have never been to a coding interview. Would you be open to share your experience? Like the time, question type, what the interviewer is expecting from you? Oh yeah. Usually there's multiple rounds of interviews. Well, it varies from company to company, but typically it's like this. You do one round of Leetcoding. Usually it's an easier question, the first round they give you. If you pass that, there's other rounds. Usually there's 5 rounds after this one. 2 of them are usually more Leetcode questions. They range from medium and occasionally hard questions. Yeah. Next up are system design interviews, where you're expected to design an app. Like what are the configurations of all the services and servers to get the app to work? That's hard. Next one is, they usually ask like behavioral. The next round is called behavioral. They basically ask you about your past experiences, and they ask you tricky questions like, describe a time when you had a disagreement with a coworker. Describe a time when you faced a difficulty during work, or I don't know, describe a time, describe your most difficult project, stuff like that. And you have to prepare for those type of questions, come up with stories if you don't have one. Wait, that's the thing too. If you don't have stories for those, you just kind of have to, I don't know, build off of your existing stories. They can't tell, Like, for example, they sometimes ask me like, describe a time that you had a disagreement with a coworker. I've never had a disagreement with a coworker, so I just kind of make up a story based on a existing story. You know what? I think my brain is kind of cooked today. I think I'll stop here. We started going into deep dive. We learned about, Zookeeper, which is nice. And we learned that we actually need one chat server for each user. Yeah, okay. Very interesting, okay. I think next time we'll learn about message synchronization across multiple devices. Panda Pizza's Chet, what's your favorite anime? That is such a good question. It's so hard to choose. I like Promise Neverland Season 1 and also One Punch Man Season 1. Emphasis on Season 1. Man, Promise Neverland Season 1 was so nice. I remember going into the anime with my roommate. We looked up nothing. We literally looked up nothing before going into the show. All we knew was that it took place in an orphanage. And when the first big scene came up, we were like, oh my god, it's this kind of show? Holy shizzle. It's such a huge shock to us. AOT. AOT is pretty good. Some of the later arcs get a little bit, I don't know, I guess it's kind of confusing what's going on. Because, like, wait, who's on whose side? What's going on? What's going on now? Can you drop that PDF in the chat? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to commit any crimes, but if you search, like, system design interview, Alex, just search up, if you search up system design interview Alex Chu PDF, yeah, go to this one. I'm totally not encouraging piracy. Hahaha. Definitely don't download this. Hahaha. Yeah, Promise Neverland is like, I really enjoy it. It's a really weird blend of horror and like a Among Us situation. Yeah, or like a trying to escape scenario. And some of the graphics are pretty cool too. Sometimes they combine like 3D backgrounds with 2D characters, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's really, I enjoy it. Some of the music is really nice too. I'm a big fan of Among Us situations, like Talentless Nana, and also a bit of horror. And also like yeah, who's on whose side? So it kind of checks off all those categories. The suspense is kind of real too. It really puts you on edge. Yeah, One Punch Man is fun too. It's just really funny. Also, dang, that scene with Moomin Rider. Was that his name, Moomin Rider? Moomin Rider. Yeah. Bruh. When he faced off against Sea King, I legit kind of teared up a little. It was... He's like just not giving up even though he knew that he was gonna lose. And then that child started screaming like, "Go Moomin Rider, we believe you." And then everybody's like, "Go Moomin Rider." Ah, that really hits you in the feels, man. I think Moomin Rider is one of my favorite characters in One Punch Man. No, I'm totally not encouraging piracy. Be quiet, Panda. I'm not encouraging piracy. Yeah, One Punch Man is just really funny too. He's so deadpan. Like, Soka. Soka. Yeah, the animation is really cool too. All those spectacular attacks against One Punch Man. And then it's absolutely useless. Serious punch. Honestly, I thought a lot of people thought that season 2 was really bad, but I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty slice of lifey and it was pretty funny too. Yeah, there's some scenes in season 2 that I remember that I kept rewatching because it was just fun. Do you play any video games? Oh. Not currently. Well, I was never much of a video gamer. And also now I'm preparing for interviews, so I have no time for that, but there was one time in my life where I played Phasmophobia basically every week. What else did I play? Yeah, honestly, I didn't play too much games. Oh, I played Sky, Children of the Light for a long time too. I tried Once Human for like a week, and then I ran out of time and I had to start job searching. What else? Panda says, I only watch Dragon Ball. Am I a basic B word? No, Dragon Ball is cool. There's nothing wrong with watching, like, the big show, you know? Oh, speaking of big shows, I'm currently watching One Piece. Like, at night when I'm done with everything. Oh. I mean, spoiler alert. I recently just finished... what time is it now? 1:44. Yeah, I'm recently watching One Piece. The recent arc that I finished was called... Oh, let me get some water. The recent arc that I just finished was called Thriller Bark. Dang, my throat is really dying. I don't think Thriller Bark is one of the stronger arcs. It was... I don't know. The beginning was really strong. I felt like the world that they set up was really interesting. Because, you know, it's kind of like horror themed. And just one giant ship simulating an island too. I feel like a huge chunk of the fight sequence was really pointless. You know, oars against everyone except Luffy. Like, there was literally no consequence to anything. You know that nobody's gonna die. And you know that Luffy's just gonna come and beat the big guy up. Wait, I feel like they do this a lot. I feel like Luffy is just way too OP, you know? I feel like one writing flaw they have is that in order for the bad guy to be like, quote unquote, a threat, they have to make Luffy unavailable somehow, whether he's, I don't know, stuck underneath a rock or just unconscious in general. Like, in this case, he was just straight up lost in the woods. I feel like that was so, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like, oh, why do you have to do this for writing? Because you know once he comes back, he's gonna beat the crap out of the boss. And that everything beforehand is just pointless. You know they're not gonna beat the boss before Luffy comes back. And it's guaranteed that Luffy's gonna win. Well, yeah. Oars was really hyped up to be a really powerful boss, right? But then he's literally being shown like, I don't know, breaking rock with his attacks, breaking the castle walls. But then whenever he uses his attacks on the Straw Hat crew, they never suffer any significant damage. It feels like none of them like are severely hurt. Yeah, it felt really pointless. Oars versus the Straw Hat crew minus Luffy. Like, you know that nobody's gonna die. Yeah, Luffy fights are again pretty interesting. You know that guy that repels? I forgot his name. One Piece. Repel. Fruit. This guy? Kuma? Oda? Is this Oda? No, Oda is the... Okay, I guess he's called Kuma. Bruh. Again, I feel like there's literally no consequence to anything. This guy literally has a bomb, an air bomb. He sets off a bomb in front of everybody. Nobody dies. Literally nobody. Yeah, and then he's transferring all Luffy's pain to Zoro too, right? Again, you'd think that Zoro would die, but he's just fine. This guy didn't do anything. Hasab Khan says, good night, friends. Good night, Hasab Khan. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next arcs, though. I heard it's gonna start to get good. Alright, my mouth is kind of tired too. I think I'm gonna hop off for now. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Good night, Haspcon. Bye, Advik. Bye, Panda. Appreciate y'all coming. I'm gonna hop up now. See you. See you tomorrow. There's gonna be, yeah, the battle with Nerino is tomorrow. He's a real NASDAQ data analyst. It's gonna be pretty cool. Alright, bye guys. Appreciate y'all coming. Bye, Advik. Is anyone on right now? Can I rate anyone? Nobody's on right now.